Welcome everyone, and difficult news to share. London has fallen into the sea and sunk to the bottom of it. But the good news is we found sort of like a cave. And
London Bridge has fallen down.
yeah,
Fallen
you have no
down.
idea.
Fallen all the way the fuck down.
And today, Alpha, Silver, Recluse, and I, Wit, are going to be exploring our new Sunless Sea and trying to
Hey.
navigate the new landscape that is London under the sea. The bats took it, and we need to know why.
You just said a particular combination of words.
Under the sea?
Under the sea.
Yeah, that's probably going to come up, to be honest.
Darling, it's better downwards, wetter. Take it from me.
Well, I don't know if you'll think it's better. It's definitely livable. It's just different.
Up on the shore, they work all day. Out in the sun, they play away.
Oh, we haven't seen the sun in some time, my friend.
While we're devoting full time to floating under the
There's
sea.
actually a religion dedicated to making a sun.
That's true. If we're very lucky, we will survive long enough to run into them.
There's
So,
also a religion devoted to referencing Disney at every turn, which everybody seems to be ignoring for convenience.
we're doing our best.
Uh-huh.
I'm not ignoring. I am responding to what you're saying. I'm just letting you know that this might not be the Caribbean-scented paradise that you're looking for.
Sorry, Mayo.
So, I thought for the first hour we would struggle, and then for the second hour I will look up the cheat is a strong word, but method of early game success, and then we might actually get somewhere.
Okay.
I've always just found my method of early game success is not running out of fuel, doing trading while doing quests, and not fucking up any of the quests. And if you just do everything perfectly, you'll be fine.
It's true. 3 days ago, in the reign of Victoria, London was stolen by bats. Now it lies a mile below the surface. It was dreadfully inconvenient for everyone, but it opened a vast black ocean to you. Welcome to the Untersea.
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 So we are coming up with our backstory. We have a room above the blind helmsman. Now you're a captain. Now you belong to the Untersea. But who were you before? We could be a street urchin. This will give us a bonus to veils, which is evading and subtlety. A poet, bonus to pages, the skill of trickery and knowledge. A war veteran, a bonus to iron, the skill of causing damage. A priest, a bonus to heart, the skill of healing and morale. Or a philosopher, which is the bonus to mirrors, the skill of detection and perception.
As much as I appreciate all your help, I am not a priest. I am a master necromancer.
That sounds familiar.
Venture Brothers.
Oh, then I don't know why it sounds familiar.
Oh, I love Venture Brothers.
Favorite character?
I didn't see it after they started it back up again with new seasons, and I'm told they made like 8 new seasons after that. And I love Venture Brothers. I unabashedly adore it.
Favorite character?
I think it's gotta be either the Monarch or Dr. Girlfriend.
My two are Orpheus and Sergeant Hatred. I mean, granted, everybody loves Brock, but
So, boys, what do you think? What appeals?
This also affects who our companion is,
It's true.
and I think the companion for the... I think it's the priest is wild.
so we are a priest.
I
It's
think
the
at least
blind gunner.
this time.
The priest powers in Oregon Trail 2 save my ass every single time. I'll go with it.
Oh, I forgot about the gallhead and gross. Okay. We were an ordained
Mm-hmm.
priest. You fell from grace. There's nothing left ashore for you. An anonymous benefactor has found this way out for you. Perhaps at Z you can overcome your appetites. This will give you a bonus to hearts. You know an engineer who doesn't have much time left. She'd like to die at sea. Talk to her and find out if she'd like to die anywhere in particular. We have $60.
You
Uh,
are now the captain.
yeah, we have 50 total hearts, which is a big bonus. We have an engineer, and someone requests our services.
Yeah, we need a Conestoga wagon, 8 oxen, 2,000 pounds of bacon, and
Listen, you.
How many bullets?
this is the price you pay, Recluse, for not paying attention to your messages this week.
Oh, I've never seen the Private Kingdom one before. That might be from a Dilk.
Well, we're
Oh.
not going to find out now.
We need a thing.
Impossible is the thing that says we're putting this here as a placeholder to make
I don't
sure it
know.
works. But impossible is in the game, like, this is not yet hooked up. The pipes are not hooked up. This will never work until we finish it.
I don't know. I don't know if this is, we're working on it, or this is an actual in-game item. I think it's an
Because
in-game
it-
item, to be honest. This game is several years old, and they moved on to Sunless Skies.
Because it's misspelled, I choose fulfillment.
It might just be the British way of spelling it.
They could do that. Sure, let's do that
maybe, but
one. The last scrap of paperwork. Captain, an irregularity with the Harbour Master's office. They wish to know, what term of address do you prefer ashore? Madam, sir, citizen, my lord, my lady, or captain.
Okay. Instantly, I know what I would pick, and I have a reason for picking it.
Okay.
Think black closet and fill in the blanks.
Captain?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And does anybody have a preference for what our little picture is?
I'm going to have to go with the Cthulhu hairdo.
It's wild, isn't it?
It is wild, and I love it.
And what is your name?
Okay, which reference do I want to go with for this?
Do we want a classic old Alphawit Silver? Silver Alphawit or whatever?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Sure.
I know you know what I'm referencing.
I do.
The old Sierra game.
I also know that this is all very temporary.
A
book of advice. Captains often die. This is not the end. When you die, you'll learn lessons which will help you survive next time. Beware, the layout of the Undersea changes with each new captain, but home
That
waters
sucks.
are stable and islands will only move so far.
Lame.
Exploration is the heart of the game. Risk brings reward. Staying close to London is safe, but eventually you'll run out of fuel and supplies. Exploring and playing port stories will allow you to find secrets and echoes. Those are bits of currency. Unforgiving mode is how the game is meant to be played. One autosave update whenever you reach port and wiped on death. If you're getting frustrated or want a more leisurely exploration, you can switch to merciful. We have a lamp that reduces terror, or reduces the increase of terror. And we have engines.
If we have it on.
Yes. We have a little bat scout, and that will help us find the direction of things.
It also helps if it is mentioned that all animals are now sentient and capable of speech.
It's true.
That's going to come up. It's going to be very confusing if you don't accept this right now.
Yeah. I don't know. The ferret never talks.
Well, he's comatose.
I guess that would explain it.
I guess. There's a
Barracks
little bit of
really do
combat.
sleep like 21 hours in a day.
Terror is bad. That is this guy. You spend too long in a frightening place, it will increase. And some events will increase or decrease it. And you could sell this book.
Well, what advice do you think you need in order to actually execute the playing of this?
I think I remember most of it. We can sell the book.
Yeah, in that case, sell it.
Someone wants to board your ship. We can try to carry the anxious university student to Hunter's Keep. He has no money, so the other captains have no interest, but he's a passionate youth and promises that his studies on Lorn Flukes will be rewarding enough.
Well, let me think. Let me think. In anywhere in the history of Star Trek, did such a well, there was Wesley Crusher, but I don't know. Let me think about this. Well, here's the thing. After that, he went on to essentially commit homicide in a stunt.
I'm
know,
sure
it's-
it'll be
Negligent
fine.
homicide.
You know what? Fuck it. Take him.
Got him. Because Hunter's Keep is pretty nearby. We actually could do this. They're not always easy.
I mean, I'm up for exploration.
Yeah.
Of any kind.
No,
Only
it's
because
not that. It is very, 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 very easy to run out of food and fuel in this game.
Oh yes, so very easy.
So I often will try to make choices based on long-term survivability.
All right, so there's an element of Africa Trail in there. Very
And if they wanted to go somewhere that I know is far away and difficult to get to, I wouldn't bother.
I think Hunter's Keep is pretty close though.
It's very close.
Do we have the option to dump somebody overboard if we no longer want to go to their destination?
No,
we
but
have the option to eat people.
We can eat people.
Oh?
Yeah. These are our crew, and we can eat them if necessary.
Anybody who was there
unaccountably peckish?
Anybody who was there 2 weeks ago to see Recluse and I finish off Simulacra knows how dark I am and what I will do.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Whatever this is, I guess it's a mushroom. We now have a mushroom.
It can't be that keen if it's not wearing a Green Bay Packers helmet.
He's penciled in a mustache.
Because he
looks
That's young.
Delightful.
There was a reference in there.
Yeah, Commander
There
Keen.
was. I didn't get it.
Mm-hmm.
Commander Keen wears a football helmet.
That's okay. Wait, got it.
This is good to know.
They'll pay for information from the captains.
Have you spoken to the commissar? Not commissar. Commodore? The person who's in charge of the Royal Navy?
Anyway, the Admiral, I guess?
Sure.
Could be.
When you go places for the first time, you can write a little report, and you can bring them back and trade them in for, like, money or food or fuel. And so this is kind of how you get through the early game. The problem is then you run out of the safe places to go, and it gets harder and harder to get new places for reports.
Element of Sid Meier's Pirates. I like it.
They want us to go to the Gators Morn and Courser's Forest, which is doable but not super easy.
I mean, do we need it to be super easy?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Do we want to talk to Admiral? Survey 3 ports. Okay. That's locked. Oh, we definitely want one of these. We can take a tomb colonist.
The Vendabite.
It's oddly difficult to die in Fallen London. But when a Londoner is too tatty and wretched to live, they wrap themselves in bandages and take ship for the tomb colonies. Your crew cart these ones aboard in padded coffins. They'll sleep there until the journey is done. This is a good, pretty easy way to get money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do we need more crew? 8 out of 10 is pretty okay. I would rather get fuel and supplies.
I was going to say, you said food and fuel are the tough ones here, right?
It's true.
Hmm.
Okay. We probably can't afford anything else. This guy sells ship lights, this guy sells engines, this guy sells cannons, this guy sells a little bit of everything.
By the way, pro strategy tip for anybody out there watching, and this applies to any game. You can only afford what you have enough money to buy.
Modern economics would tell you that you're wrong.
If you could see the shit-eating grin on my face right now.
So tell me what you see right here, Alpha. Tell me what you see.
Could be the caricature of Anna.
So this is supposed to be an accurate portrayal of the person who is our engineer. What do
Is
you
that
notice?
I totally don't notice the issues with her eyes or the blushing.
She has no eyes. Those are not eyes.
They're eggs, I think.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Wasp eggs.
Wasp eggs?
Indeed.
What does she want? My
So
eyes
what's
will
your
hatch
current-
soon. The gallbladder wasp. You know it? Its children are in me. She smiles. I can't be sorry. I can see such things. She tails off, hungrily watching your face. What is she seeing?
The fuck?
King Eater's castle, she says at last, rather breathily. Her hand goes up to her throat. I would like to see King Eater's castle through these eyes before I go. King Eater's castle can be found in the far southeast.
Are you saying she's incubating these eggs and that's the only reason she continues to live?
Yeah.
That's some betrayal at House on the Hill shit right there.
Right?
Having actually played that haunt, I can say that in confidence.
So,
His eyes sparkled like polished jewels.
Hunter's Keep is quite close by. And then I think we should, and I think there's a chance for supplies there, pretty cheap ones. So then I think we should head north after that to the
No!
Easy Tiger.
West.
Sorry. East and west and south are all perfectly normal directions of no interest whatsoever.
So why north? Just because you want adventure?
North.
Hey, look, there are words in the water. Who'd have thought it?
Yeah, it fills in the map.
We just sailed straight through the words, Captain.
Mm.
No damage. I would also like...
Often useful to stop here. It's a light
I would
ship.
also like...
Oh, do I not have news yet? Oh. But if I had news, I'd give it to them.
I would also like to point out there's water ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, why did we bring him?
Extra food.
That's true.
Because I'm kind of... The... Well, that's true, but I'm kind of the one who started this whole thing.
close to the salt lions already?
To dump me overboard would be amazingly disloyal.
They
Not
gotta
to
be
mention
around
the
here
weight-
somewhere.
not
I've
to
sent
mention
out the
waste of
bat.
at least 300 pounds of food.
The bat says...
The salt lions are to our southeast.
That's not where I want to go. Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no!
Can I ask a tactical question? Whit?
You can try.
Are we armed at all?
Not as good as they are.
Cut your lamp and run.
This is me running.
Oh hell! We have no evasive action, do we?
Oh, I might be able to dock. You can... Oh, no. So I went full power to the engines, and then this happened.
A necessary event.
Oh boy.
Not great. We've lost 3
Not
crew,
great.
and a lot of our hull.
We didn't need that hull anyway.
I was kind of using it.
And we're good.
We're fine. Welcome to Hunter Scheme. A hump of
spent a
dark
couple
rock
of
swathed
days
in
there.
mist, like 100 other undersea islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow. Lawns impossibly green and lush in the false star light. Raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. We can drop off our guy. Inspect the Lauren Fluke with the anxious university student. The anxious student rushes by you, whooping, but he stops on the hilltop. On the shore, standing before the mass of dead needles, is a drowny in a Nuncian postal uniform. He glowers up at you. This is not where the Fluke belongs, the drowny cries in a plummy voice. It's meant to be taken elsewhere. It already has a delivery label. That means I have to deliver it. The student sneers. Sod your label. Captain, help me haul the beast to Station 3. My advisor at the college has arranged room there for its dissection and study. My work will benefit us all. We get to choose where it goes.
Station 3.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's mostly because
okay.
I know where Station 3 is and I don't remember where Nuncio is.
Yeah.
The Laura Fluke is tied by very reluctant sailors to drag behind your stern. On your deck, the anxious student twitches with delight. I can't believe what we have. His hand tightens on the railing. The drowny postman stares up at you both. It's natural for corpses to grimace. When the corpse is still alive and is actively upset at you, it is additionally distressing. Now, there are other things to do here. Okay, we should write a port report, because everybody likes those. And we should present ourselves at the house.
Indeed.
A maid with smoldering topaz eyes shows you into the parlor where 3 young women wait. A visitor, the youngest cries. The next youngest chuckles. The eldest sighs. Do excuse the indecorum, she says. Visitors are rare. You are very welcome. I am Cynthia. The noisy one is Phoebe. The cheerful one is Lucy. You are in good time for lunch. Will you join us? We are now acquainted with the sisters. And we will now find a story the next time you make port.
Food.
Which sister will we eat with?
Let me see these names. Do any of them match up with any of the Sanderson sisters?
I don't know who that refers to.
It's from Hocus Pocus.
Yes.
And I don't recall.
It does not look like they do. Phoebe. I believe there is a Phoebe in Friends, so let's
There
go
is.
with that.
Okay. Okay.
Were you about to ask what my logic was?
Yeah, are we just going with people in things? Because there was a movie called Lucy.
Oh, that was the one about the woman who takes the drugs that make her brain work better, and she turns into a literal flash drive.
Well, why didn't
She
you?
took the limitless pill, yeah.
Well, why didn't you say nothing? I would have gone with that.
Because
It's
is your
fine.
only thing is I've heard this name before because my ex
Yes,
girlfriend's
that's my.
mother's name was Cynthia.
Yes, that's my only thing.
We've heard every name before.
But is it in something, and is it important?
Is anything important?
No. I, c- I can continue to spin around this rabbit hole, or we can move on.
Let us move on, because here is Phoebe's story.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Are we
Okay.
just going to scroll right on through her story?
Do you want me to tell it?
Phoebe
You
has a story to tell of two lovers parted by water, of a raven that carries messages, of a fragment of the moon. She beats time on the table as she speaks, as if to a song only she can hear. The effect is hypnotic.
Your
Your
attention
attention
drifts.
drifts. Oh, go on.
Your attention drifts out through the skylight of the dining room to the false stars glittering in the roof of the cavern. You drift like a puffball spore. The Untersee shimmers below. Islands lie like mineral specimens on black velvet. Ships bob like wood chips between the islands. Vast spined things pulse in the depths. There is a scent, like the scent before a storm.
The storm came, says Phoebe quietly. Everything changed. Somewhere in there, you finished the last course. The scowling maid reluctantly serves cheese and Bath Oliver biscuits.
Scene.
We now have one memory of distant shores. At the university and the tomb colonies, they'll pay well for stories of far lands.
So you can transfer stories and memories and whispers, voices, souls as well. Many things that are intangibles can in fact be traded or stolen. So if someone says that they have recently gained or lost a memory or a soul or a story, they mean it literally.
We get supplies, which is more food. Our hunger level has gone back down to 0. We've lost 3 terror, which we didn't have a ton of, but that's great. We still have fragments. And we now have the God of the Storm's attention. That's probably fine.
Hee
The parlor. So you can go try that again. Where are the sisters? The maid makes it clear through a series of unwelcoming growls that Phoebe, Lucy, and Cynthia are all free and disposed. No lunch today, apparently. I can't remember if we're safe here, but it looks that way.
I think we should. All right, now that the light is extinguished and our lamp is off, we should slowly boat away.
Do we want to keep going north even though our hull's all fucked up?
Whatever does not run us into resistance.
I guess we're almost there. Oh, dicks.
Oh,
Oh, this one's much easier to fight, though.
Lamp. Oh, that is much easier to fight.
This one we could probably get.
It does not see us, so we can get into an advantageous position and then fire on it.
It's Oz.
I would go around to the port side. Okay.
our fuel is dwindling quick.
We still have 10, we're fine.
Fire!
Oh, never mind.
Just wait for it. Just wait for it.
He appears to be in retreat. Take him out of cool.
Loot and scuttle her. If she was better than ours, we could take it, but... let's Peninsula's don't stay far from their hidden harbors, but they're settling at the back. We have a cache of curiosities. A crate! The source of sustenance, the fundamental element of cargo. Hardtack and water, and an unexpected box of nails. A would-be wit remarks that the nails look tastier than the hardtack until an officer's glare silences her. We have 2 new supplies.
You know what this means? We can have a bowl of nails for breakfast. Without any milk.
You monster. We should probably turn the lamp back on to
For
reduce
terror.
terror.
Welcome to the Sunless Spittoon. How tough are you?
I can't remember. Did we pass the entrance for this?
I think it is further north!
I wish you would stop that.
Unfortunately, that's not going to happen.
Why north?
Do
Is
you
that
wish
a reference
explain
to
it?
something?
It is, in fact, a reference to Fallen London.
Oh, I haven't played Fallen London.
Then I'll just continue doing this until someone figures it out or explains it to you.
I mean, if this here doesn't represent Fallen London.
Fallen London is a different game in this same universe.
Yes, I
But
know.
instead of on the sea, you stay in the city. Welcome to Venderbite, where we are taking our tomb colonist.
Bendabite!
You have brought this decaying emigrant north. Now what? Your passenger stands somberly by the rail. Salt sent me a dream, she insists. You must find my father.
Salt is one of the gods.
Salt tells me that you'll find my father in the belly of a monstrous eel. Gods never lie. Gods never lie? That seems optimistic. But if she's right, she'll reward you for her father's return.
Honey, have you never seen Hercules, the Legendary Journeys? The gods always lie.
It's true.
Hercules!
Wait a minute, I didn't get to sell her? Dicks.
Also, Kevin Sorbo is great.
He's a good actor. I disagree with him on everything else, but he is a good actor.
What controversial yet brave opinions has he taken?
He is very conservative. And now has devoted his acting career to making questionably good, like, Christian movies. Like God's Not Dead 2, and I believe God's Not Dead 3.
Oh man. I kind of liked God's Not Dead 3, where the moral of the story is that he's alienated anyone who could have helped him save his church by being a dick. And in the end, he needs to let go of his church and re-embrace his Christian ideals of charity and community.
By the way, let me just say this. It is very possible to be a Christian without being an intolerant dick.
He's a little
yeah,
on the
absolutely.
intolerant dick side.
The first 2 movies are definitely, like, atheism and freedom of speech will destroy us all, and the Constitution must be overturned in order to protect Christian freedoms.
Well, in the time of his true prime, I do not think they could have picked a better Hercules. It's a shame what he became.
He's a great actor.
Ah,
Like, in those movies, he's always been, like, the best actor in them. But, like, the message is, like, making him cartoonishly evil. Because he plays the liberal professor who is disenchanted with God because his wife and child, I think, died in a car accident or illness or something that he couldn't prevent. And
Is
so...
God kills his wife with cancer, and then God kills him with a car.
That's true, yeah.
You know, I have to laugh at the similarity between that and the character of Hercules in his headcanon. Do we remember what sent Hercules on his journeys to begin with?
His
Hera was-
mother driving him insane and causing him to murder?
No.
Not his mother, sorry. His stepmother.
Yeah, Hera was responsible for the deaths of his wife and his 2 children.
Only one of the times where he went mad and killed his wife and children. The other time it was his wife was deceived and accidentally poisoned him. That
Mhm.
was, I would say, um, accidental misfortune.
And this is going off of the legendary journeys.
I don't know what that means.
What I'm saying, like I'm going off of the TV show, not necessarily how the myth is really told. And the tie into that is how they seem to be tying Kevin Sorbo in with having vital members of his character's family killed horribly and changing for it. See, on the TV show in which he played Hercules, it was Hera was directly or was the direct cause of his wife and kids dying.
I see.
And then came his eternal vendetta with the gods, in particular Zeus for being an absentee, negligent father.
I see.
So this guy has a quest. He's like the leader? Maybe no less leader, more like museum.
I just got it. He's afraid of moths because he is more cloth than man now, being the mummy.
If we do the quest, he'll give us stuff.
Those are new colors that exist only in the um.
I've never even gotten
What do they
close to finishing that quest.
what do they call it? What do they call the the down below?
The Neath?
The Neath. Yes, thank you. So, tell us what we're doing.
I'm mostly just clicking on all the stuff and eating jelly beans. I'm asking
Oh, what kind
about
of jelly beans?
Starburst, the best kind of jelly beans. Um,
Yeah. Jelly beans.
Fascinating. I am quite taken with the Jelly Belly jelly beans.
okay, you're
They
right.
are
Jelly bellies are best.
What are these beans made of?
But if all you want are fruit flavors, and you never want to have to worry about licorice or jalapeno,
Hmm.
Starburst are where it's at.
I do love Dr. Pepper jelly beans.
So right now I'm collecting quests that I almost definitely will not be able to complete.
This is the way.
This is the moment.
Pretty good on fuel.
At least enough to get back to London. I had a tomb colonist, but she just, like, walked away.
That's fine. It's only 15 echoes. There'll be more echoes. I think that
Sometimes.
happens every time with the first tomb colonist you bring. Because it's always either not a tomb colonist or it's someone who refuses to get off the ship until you agree to something or same such. I think the first colonist you bring is always a non-starter, but it starts some other quest. And we happen to get the modern day Jonah.
My finely honed instincts suggest we have 8 tanks of fuel beyond the tank we have loaded.
That's true, but the tank we have loaded is only like half-ish full.
We have to get back to London for repairs, but we don't really have a ton of money. Well, we'll have some when we drop off the port reports. And that had better
We
be
also-
enough.
Hmm.
So off we go.
Are we capable of swimming if need be?
I mean, we can. I'm sure all of us can tread water, but where could we go?
Goodbye, Vendabite.
We could always go to the States.
They didn't fall.
Yeah, I know. The
Also, they
land was.
might not exist yet.
It's 1887. They do
Oh.
exist. They've been through a civil war and everything.
What exists?
The United
America.
States.
America.
What I'm saying is just swim there if we get sunk.
Oh, they're not
Um,
in this cave with us.
America is extant, but they are from the surface. They're on the surface, so we would not.
We would have to
We
get
might
out of the
meet
cavern
some-
first.
Yeah, we might meet some agents of the United States down here, but they would be very far from home in more ways than one.
I was going to say, I was trying to spark the point of the fact that swimming there would be completely asinine just on distance alone.
Well, I mean, if it was in the cave with us, it'd be a little less asinine.
But we're still talking, what, 6,000 miles ish?
Things are a little different now.
I see.
Do we have anything illegal? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Go for it.
So dreams can be distilled into stories and shared, and there is a honey from a certain insect which will induce long lucid dreamings, and it's kind of like the opium of fallen London. So to prevent people from just sitting in squalor, imbibing honey and living in utopian dreams, honey has been banned.
Ah, this guy.
Him?
Oh, wait, where's the man of business? Oh, there he is. Okay. This guy. Silver, read this.
A very fine evening to you, Captain. My, what you might call, mentor is very fond of adventurous sea captains, and he would like to offer you what you might call a dispensation on account of he is so fond of sea captains. Behind the blind bruiser on the dock stands a dray piled high with fuel and supplies.
So, I'm fairly sure we have the points of space because we don't have anything.
I don't remember what happens if you accept this.
Then would you like to inquire further?
I think I would. He runs a very fine and very liberal establishment just across the river. What is much patronized by sailors and men of wit and vinegar, and public outs. And there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, I do not imagine he would refuse your offer.
So now what do you think?
I...
What about you, Alpha? What do you think? Do you think we should take the supplies?
Refuse.
Refuse. I will not deny that I am a little saddened, and I think that my patron will share my sadness. But I understand that you knows your business, and that a Z captain is a free spirit, and I will explain carefully to my patron that you mean no insult by the refusing of his kind gift. Zale's safe.
See, have you seen the state of my hull, sir?
I haven't, but I am something of a proctologist, so
Oh,
if
Christ.
you have any concerns.
Here, allow me to open my trapdoor for you, and you'll see just how bad off we are here.
I.
My trapdoor, sir.
Oh, he could
Oh,
be a mascot.
yeah, and he would almost certainly be a much better mascot than the comatose ferret.
Yeah, ferret's
Well,
not great.
he's no gritty, but hold on, wait. Those positions. Um, what positions do we have available here?
Uh, surgeon, gunnery officer, cook, engineer, first officer, mascot.
The sleep, the sleeping rat needs to be the first officer,
They can only be the thing that they can be.
which is mascot.
Yep.
Son of a
Also, ferrets are not rats. They are not even in the same uh, phylum.
I suppose you would know you were one in your
No,
previous.
they definitely have to be in the same phylum.
Wait, sorry. Order class.
Thank you. Jesus, phylum is like
Sorry,
second.
I was going in the wrong direction. Uh,
Christ.
they're not even in the same class.
For
You're
those who
dealing
didn't
with an
know,
entirely different class of animal.
They're weasels.
for those of you who didn't know, in his previous Twitch life, Recluse was a ferret.
Although you would be forgiven for thinking that ferrets are not in fact vertebrates if you ever met one.
It's true.
They
They're
appear to be
I,
awful.
boneless.
Cat
I am only
snakes.
familiar. Truthfully, I am only familiar with ferrets.
Similar.
Ferrets?
Yes,
The
ferrets.
Pokemon thereupon based.
Oh, they're delightful, but not very powerful. Real
No,
ferrets can
that's why
really tear it up.
no, that's why I released the ferret that I caught very, very quickly.
They are not late game things. This is the cutest thing I've ever read in my whole life.
You see the indentation of a porthole on the rim of its cap. It must have been pressing its face against the windows again. Is it bored?
The
The
Blemigan
Blemigan.
fails and squirms as you tickle it. Its high-pitched warble is almost certainly giggling. When you stop to check that you're not actually hurting it, it wraps its tendrils around your fingers and pulls your hand back. Apparently it is enjoying itself.
That is cute.
My heart.
Aw.
I don't remember how to fix the ship.
Might I suggest a hammer and a couple of nails? We have to at least fix the trapdoor.
Yeah, right?
You keep on saying these things. I do not know what you are saying.
Well, because you made the proctology joke. And then he said, well, let me open my trapdoor and show you.
Just what bad shape we're in. What would it help you if I said poop deck? Would that drive the point home?
Oh, it would.
It's an ass joke, for God's sakes.
Sorry, I'm not used to being the butt of the jokes.
Oh, well done.
Thank
Nice.
you.
I truly don't
Good.
remember how to fix the ship.
Is there somewhere we can go that like would specialize in this?
Can we go back to the place where it was? The
Oh,
hole?
found it.
Was it?
It's dry dock.
Ah, there you go.
This is not it.
Sure it is.
No, it is, but that's the top answer is not it.
Well, I see that there's somewhere we can beat our lead. Employ Radis Faber engineers.
Rattus faber is the species of sentient rat that has formed a society in and around Fallen London. They are talkative, they are tribal, they are steampunk, and they are delightful.
Well, if we can't have the comatose ferret, can one of them be our first officer?
I don't believe so. But you can
One
buy
would probably
a
be the
portable rat
engineer.
for repairs on the go, but they're very expensive. Let me trade in my reports and see what money that gets us.
I mean, considering how shitless we just got beaten, I would suggest that having an on the go repairman might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Or we
Do
may just
they
want to beef up our
do
weapons
they
if we can.
do contract work where they do one set of repairs and then are will do no more?
Wait, was there a
Will
question?
anybody buy a secret from us? Because the museum, I think you just give it for free, and I don't really want to do that.
The burning enigmas or the secrets? Which one is it?
We have one secret, and what we really need right now are echoes. Because we only have 35.
We do have the fuel in the cargo space continue sailing if we wanted to make some echoes by doing some runs.
Um, Getting our ships fixed by the rats costs 3 supplies.
And it's probably variable how the quality of the work will be.
It's true.
Um, but it needs to be done.
Yeah.
We could also talk to the admiral, and she can.
I
I
think
think
you needed 3
once.
reports in order to speak to the Admiral, and I don't have 3, and we only had 2. Hunter's
All
Keep
right then.
and Vanderbilt.
All right then. The rats it is.
We were fortunate. We gained 27 hull. A little bit of terror. And we've lost
Somebody's
5
enjoying.
supplies. I thought it was only 3.
Somebody's enjoying themselves.
Animal Crossing. Don't get too excited there.
I'm sure it is.
You've crossed my animals for the last time.
Is there a voice check going on? Oh, sure enough, there is.
We can visit the university and just see what they will do with the secrets.
We've
Oh,
lost the
never mind.
secret. But we got a pages, so that's cool. The Alarming Scholar. The Alarming Scholar is mercurial, to say the least. A creature of sudden moods and provoking teeth. Possibly her. Is it her? Appointment as University Maritime Liaison was precautionary, to keep his... is it his? Razor-sharp enthusiasm from causing too many injuries in the faculty. Ah yes, the scholar whispers breathily. I have a budget for acquisitions. What have you brought me? If you have any knowledge items that the scholar will buy, they'll appear below.
I once brought the alarming scholar too many dangerous secrets at once, and they exploded.
Get out!
Wow.
Well, okay, so we have a memory of distant shore. I know the light boat will also take the memory of distant shores. And I think the sisters will too.
I believe they can also be sold at Bend of Light.
How do I get another tomb colonist?
I think you can buy them here. I don't remember.
Oh.
This is, you can buy a rat. In combat, Ratus Faber assistants can be deployed for quicker repairs. It's dangerous work, don't expect them back.
I assume that you might get them back, but that they can be killed affecting the repairs.
From my
That mean-
experience, they are one-use items.
I see.
Well, that sucks. They could have at least made it like a service droid. Like it comes back into its place if it doesn't get blown away making the repair.
It may be too soon to get another colonist.
Too soon.
I'm gonna be pissed for a long time.
About what?
About the comatose ferret.
Oh, that I can't be in charge.
Yeah.
I
I feel like it would do better than most. It would do better than most command officers being comatose. Less interference with the work.
So we can afford her,
Hello.
but then we have absolutely no money.
Um,
I'd rather buy
that
more
should
food.
be fine. We should be fine.
I don't believe you, and I am vetoing. We need the food.
Okay.
Well, let's buy food. Because food is good. Does food spoil?
No.
Well, that's good.
Where are we gonna go now, though?
We could try south.
There's not much in the south.
Okay, how about east? Unless, of course, you would like for me to suggest west.
West is not really an option to any great extent.
Why do you say that?
We could try and find Station 3.
I want to know.
Let's do it.
I want to know why west is a bad idea.
It's not a bad idea. It's just not really an option. There's basically only land to the west.
Are you suggesting that we can't run aground and continue right through?
Yes, in fact.
Well, I think if we're going to succeed in this game, we're going to have to be a little more enterprising than that.
Do you want to hit the what was it that we found? What was the place that we found?
Hunter's Keep?
No, the other one. Needle. Send out the bat. He'll know what I'm talking about.
Salt lions, that's what I'm trying to find.
Yes.
But I'm also trying not to get
Sea creature.
hit by
Mountain
the...
Island. Is Mountain Island the one that is consumed by mushrooms?
I don't recall.
I have a burning question. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Oh dear.
You can stop there.
No?
I'm not
Nothing.
positive that this isn't Station 3. No, but I think it's nearby. Two basalt beasts, cathedral-sized. They frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot, picking. There's a supply dock below.
What is the Sphinx Stone unlocked with?
200 echoes. It's a deposit.
Could you imagine the ability to shout loud enough to produce 200 echoes?
I've heard what the echoes are. All I know is that the bats that have taken London value them, so they have become de facto valuable.
Well, on the bright side, we've lost terror and have a single extra fragment.
I guess we should head out. Let us continue exploring.
So this was the Mutton Island that the bat found.
Mutton, as in sheep.
Yeah, that was its name.
I do like lamb very much.
I think Station 3
lamb
is.
in Walden, London.
Mutton is adult sheep.
Yeah, but I've never talked to a sheep in London.
I don't think it's actually about the sheep.
How much different would adult sheep taste than baby sheep, though?
It's much tougher.
Is it?
You can't
Nothing
eat
a
it
little
like
wine
just a
can't
chop.
fix.
It has to be very slow cooked and very wet cooked. So like stew.
Ooh.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, me too. Thanks a lot.
What's where? What?
Found it.
Yeah.
You want to release the bat?
I do periodically.
That looks like lamb.
It does, doesn't it?
The snares. Let's see.
Well,
crab cake.
all ashore that's going ashore. Can we get crabs here?
Pig Mode Isle!
What?
Hell yeah. An absolutely
Which one?
bananas little quest.
Oh, is this the one with the two tribes?
Yes, it is.
Oh my goodness, this is gonna be good.
I have slowed
We
our
might-
speed.
We might actually want to. Oh. We may be able to take that in a fight. Oh boy, we're gonna find out if we can take it in a fight. Oh no, we're not.
Two houses, both alike in dignity. There is no habitation in sight, no market, only an old rotting dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth, from which sprout stunted palms? Not quite. Tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone had sculpted the idea of a tree from a mushroom.
With fronds like these, who needs anemones?
As soon as you step onto the quay, you hear clamor, shouts, and shooting. You can see, off in the distance, smoke rising from beyond the hill, and dots of fire flecking the horizon. Two tiny figures stand a little further down the quay, unmoving, as if awaiting your approach. The following is an extract from a popular Diary of a Z Captain, from London to Aram and what we did there before we arrived. Washed ashore on Mutton Island and subsequently serialized in the Unexpurgated Gazette. The author's identity remains unknown. The Tale of Pigmote Isle, in which a delegation is made, a choice is presented, war is declared, a most singular treasure is sought by all, and a new empire is founded with tooth and claw.
Looks like some pretty dedicated reading, I'll tell you what.
Chapter 1, The Delegation. The figures were rodents. To my left was a Ratus Faber, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To my right, an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet and breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the High Middle Ages. The rat stepped forward first and bowed. You can take over now.
Oh, okay. Welcome, Captain, to Rat Star Island. I am Edgar, second chief engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice.
The rat stepped back. No, you can voice him and I'll narrate. How about that?
Sounds good.
The rat stepped back. At precisely the same moment, with what appeared to be the ease of long habit, the guinea pig scuttled forward and made a declamatory chirp.
Welcome, Captain, to the island of Cavia. I am Lady Augusta Devereaux Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches. Seneschal to our King Gracenough, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice.
The two stood at attention, looking at me expectantly. The two remarkable rodents squatted, both seeking my support. I knew I had to choose carefully.
I think I may have seen my new sign-off for my own show.
The only thing it will cost you is a choice?
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
The only thing this cost you was a choice.
Heh.
Oh my god, that's too brilliant. I gotta write it down.
I believe we get to hear both their sides of the story.
Yes.
Alpha, are you ready to voice the engineer, or should we go with the guinea pig first?
Oh, I'm ready.
Alright. Let us speak to the chief engineer. I asked the chief engineer to elaborate. He looked at me for a long, measured moment before speaking gruffly.
We came to this island to make a home for ourselves away from London. Its cats and snuffers, its rat-skin suits. We came to live as citizens of our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the Rat Star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat.
The chief engineer nodded towards the distant hill.
One day, we braved the deaths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat, we plucked the Rat Star to be our light, our beacon. But the pigs of Cavie saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist to our last breath. Will you join us in defeating them?
Let us hear the guinea pig side of the story. The Seneschal, I actually don't know how to pronounce that word. Seneschal?
Seneschal?
Sure. You're the last person I take pronunciation advice from.
Yep.
The Seneschal cleared her throat with a delicacy to rival the Duchess's own before speaking.
Gracenough the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months had sojourned on the sea, conquered this land and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain. No city walls be left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak beneath mountain. Unlikely was the lamp of our deliverance. Assured shall be our glories and their fall, when Our Lady's eye restored be to our hall.
The Seneschal composed herself, then added,
We saw truth and beauty by the light of Our Lady's eye on Mount Caveat. But the rats, with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics, stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rebel. and we shall rule them with the steel-shod velvet of our paws. Will you join us?
Comment, question, thoughts, prayers.
I always liked the rats more.
The rats definitely seem more in the right here. The one time I've successfully finished this quest, I sided with the guineas and succeeded in stealing the eye from the rats.
I
The rats,
think once I did the rats and it went fine.
the rats taste better on rotisserie.
I don't know if
That's
that's true. Guinea
distressing.
pigs are eaten all the time in South America.
I would much sooner eat a guinea pig than a rat.
Well, I mean, in that case, the guinea pig would be the good choice.
Morally, I like the rats better.
Okay,
Listen, we're about to die.
for sure.
For those about to die, we salute you.
The
Why do you?
hull damage is not encouraging
Why do you go into this with so little faith?
because I've played I can't remember how many hours, and I think the longest time one of my captains was alive was maybe 7 of those hours.
Oh dear.
This game is designed to kill you.
Yes. Survival is a surprise.
Yes.
All right, so we pick the rats just out of some sense of morality.
I don't
That's
believe
what I would do.
we have the skills to broker the peace. So I believe, because all of our things are pretty basic.
Like our bitches.
A friend to rats. I extended a finger to the chief engineer, who shook it grimly. The seneschal hissed and chattered her teeth in disgust, but kept her distance.
You extended a finger.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, haha, yeah. Probably not that one. So we get one of each food and fuel. Chapter 3, A Rat in the Making. The chief engineer led me to the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. We passed through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints, as fierce-eyed rats shouldered their derringers and saluted the chief engineer. Soon we come upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations I had encountered in London flats. Perhaps only 50 ratus favorite all together, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. The first thing I noticed was a brilliant light, beaming out from a stump of chickenwood about 6 feet high. It bathed the whole settlement in a clean blue glow, and was almost too bright to look at. By its light I could see several raised mounds of earth, suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation was set up by the water, an albino rat mending nets while others stabbed sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland there was a barracks, where a sergeant barked drills at a small squadron of fighters. My arrival drew attention, and several rats paused in their work to look at me curiously.
That almost doesn't seem very ideal.
Welcome to Marinia, said the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. It's not much to look at now, but it will be once we've rousted the cavies. Take a stroll around while I summon the war council. With that, he vanished into one of the mounds and left me to explore. I would like to know what the thing they're fighting over is.
The rat star? Take a look.
I took a closer look at the rat star. An excitable-looking rat was peering at it through smoky goggles, twitching her whiskers and making notes on what appeared to be real paper. Blue as a sapphire, but endlessly more brilliant. Silver, do you want to voice this rat?
Sure. It's not a star, of course. Not really, but try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale. But just look at it. Look!
She offered me her goggles. I managed to work them over just enough of one of my eyes to see the truth of what she was studying. It was scintillac. but unlike any I'd seen before, blue as a sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color was tremendously soothing. The chief science officer tittered with pleasure as I handed her goggles back.
Ooh.
Those of us who've been to the Cabby side of the Isle and lived to tell of it, say there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all around, but nothing like this. We took this from the island center, Mount Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow. There's sweet water inside and coral crawling up the walls of it. But nothing that glows saves this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from me.
Then let's go to the barracks. The drill sergeant appeared to be sizing me up. Were the few rats around her really all she had to launch an attack? We were fighting impressive odds. I approached the drill sergeant and went so far as to salute her, which earned me a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismissed her troops and offered me a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw on. There's more of us below ground, she explained.
He explained.
Oh, go for it.
No, I'm covering the non-spoken, just so you don't have to back and forth.
Oh, okay.
Say the quoted text.
I will say
Yeah.
the quoted text, but not enough. The cavies are bigger and there's more of them. We're better with weapons, but haven't got the stuff to make them with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the fur on our backs. We can fish, and we nibble the chickenwoods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The cavies came up with their own steamer and seem to have endless supplies. We raid them sometimes, but there's so few of us, and we can never hold on to territory gained for long. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace to build our republic. And the Rat Star.
She added thoughtfully after a moment.
Of course, we want that too.
So it sounds to me like the rats are busy gnawing the chicken's wood.
An
Ho ho!
albino rat smiled up at me from his mending work, looking dainty and a little shy.
Chickenwood floats.
Chickenwood float. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
It's Alpha's turn.
Okay. Oh, it is. Okay. Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to... Wait, let me try that again with a slightly different inflection. Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle out a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things. Lionfish, crabs, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle. But the fishing would never be good without the Rat Star.
He beamed.
I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood.
I finished my exploration. The bells of the War Council rang. I was summoned. The chief engineer emerged from underground with a motley assortment of other rats. He introduced them as weapons experts, strategists, and field commanders. So you're going to help us beat the cavies, he said, a hard edge to his voice. But how exactly? Ruh-oh. We have a 38% chance and a 37% chance.
With our hull such as it is, do we have the balls to take the lead?
I do. Anything that you have like a 1 in 3 chance of doing,
Yeah, but
those are...
this might actually damage our ship.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this one has the 1% higher chance, and we might not have to get damaged.
Is there such a thing as a D3?
I think there is. It's like curvy.
Hmm.
My vote is strategic assistance. What about you, Alpha?
Strategic assistance.
Silver?
Alright. Strategic assistance is fine. You never know when we'll roll a 38.
Well, I knew I was essentially breaking a tie, so...
We pretended to take a rat hostage and approach the cavies? Cavies?
I don't
Maybe.
know. I truly
What was
don't
that,
know.
Alpha?
If they're saying Z for C, they're probably saying cavies for caves.
No, it's a name
no,
for
it's-
It's another name for guinea pigs. I just don't know how it's pronounced.
Cavies as with a gift, demanding an audience with the seneschal. A battalion encircled us almost immediately. Their armor and helmets clanked as they purred and chattered amongst themselves.
Well.
Said the seneschal, regarding me with what I supposed to be a smile.
A reversal of fortune? How unlikely. I suppose you will have no trouble slitting the savage's throat on our behalf?
My fraction of a moment's hesitation was all the confirmation the seneschal needed.
See to the ship.
She snapped, and half the party scurried to intercept the rats skulking aboard it, screaming war cries that curdled my blood.
As for you,
said the seneschal sweetly.
thank you very kindly for your gift. I assure you it is most graciously received.
More swiftly than I would have thought possible, the seneschal leapt onto the rat I held bound and sank her incisors into its chest. I escaped with my life, but found myself unable to forget how the rat screamed and writhed while the seneschal raised her face to me again, his liver gleaming obscenely in her mouth.
Well,
Jeez.
we didn't succeed.
So we
Oh, we get
rolled
to do it
failure.
again?
Do it
Again. I say we take the lead this time. I say we take our
Chances.
cannons and we rain hell upon them.
Yeah, okay. Hot
The rats
damn.
gave me what? What?
Sorry, I was excited.
The rats gave me what information they possessed about the KV settlement, but I still had to improvise a great deal on the spot. A perfect storm of speed, stealth, and strength in arms favored us. Our cannons letting fly a volley of shots onto the beach before the KVs could scramble onto their grounded ship to man its guns. Screams and squeals filled the air. The enemy fled! A damp hush settled over my crew as the smoke cleared to reveal the torn, bloodied bodies of guinea pigs littering the shore. A grim business, but I had honored my commitment to the rats and found a wealth of scintillac ringing the beach to harvest as spoils.
We
How
succeeded.
scintillating.
Hail Mirinia.
We...
Yeah,
They
I
are
kind of
doing okay. We have
I
3
kinda
scintillac and 1 bale of parabola linen.
I prefer Serenia better. And
Well-
Ludor and Colima and the Land of the Green Isles and Daventry, and
Not a single one of these things that you've listed mean anything to me.
it's all King's Quest. Every last one of them.
What great games. I mean, what terrible games, but what memories. What great memories.
I liked most of the storylines.
Yeah, the storylines were good.
I like how they gave Alexander a storyline they gave him.
I believe the albino tinkerer is yet another mascot. I
He
don't
can't-
know what this does.
Why can't we have a first officer?
We just haven't found one yet.
But I want... Oh, never mind. I don't like the fact that they have limitations like this. We should be let just pick our
they-
entire crew.
They are only trained for specific things.
Oh, I'm sorry. You assume first officers are trained to be first officers?
Yes.
A little bit.
A lot of people are trained for the job that they do.
Places I've been, you certainly wouldn't know it.
I am somewhat eager to try and hoof it back to London and sell stuff.
Sure, money.
If we have stuff to sell.
We just got the scintillac and parabola linen. It was a reward for completing the quest.
We are running supplies. Yay!
Scintillac is coral that glimmers as if moonlit. It makes marvelous jewelry or terribly expensive tea.
Can it be ground down into something snortable that'll get us a lot of money?
I don't believe so. That's the honey.
Oh, damn.
I think I'm just gonna go the way we came and not explore because I'm a little worried about our fuel.
Hmm. The waters are tranquil in this big old world.
Ah, good thought.
I was trying to stay stealthy in case the Gilliflower was anywhere near us, but it's pretty far away.
You should
Not-
take a different path back to London. So you
I
should.
think this is the fastest, and I am worried about our fuel reserves.
Okay. Your
You know what's-
the fuel number is obscured for me. What's the number?
5.
Oh, you're fine.
It goes down very fast.
You're fine.
You know what's great about sailing through fog? There's never an enemy in sight.
A hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue fades, but it's not a good omen. Since we don't have a Z story to make up a lie. But we thankfully do have a ton of hearts, because we are a priest.
I don't know if I trust that 100% chance.
The darkness underneath is more than the absence of light. It's a physical presence which distorts the shape of the world. Your light melts the darkness, restores sanity to the world. You explain something of this to your sailors. It's not the first time they've heard it, but they seem slightly less nervous. We have succeeded. We gained 1 fragment.
Oh, did we do it?
We did.
We had a 100% chance to succeed because, as a priest, we are useful at restoring morale.
If you really want me to, I can swing north around the salt lions.
Yeah.
That depends. Are you
Anything
prepared to
that's
fight?
new, I would kill the lamp. Now you should be fine again. Sorry. Oh! Or not. Are you full power?
I was briefly, but I turned it off.
Okay.
I'm just at the normal 2.
West.
In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another.
Percentage?
33. I don't
1/3.
know what the consequences are.
Let's try it.
Go for it.
We succeeded! Eyes and a
Yeah.
face. The whole Neath lit up like a snuffer mask. There's something in the roof, Captain. It is the roof. It's watching us. Eyes and a face.
Yes.
Eyes and a face! Yes.
Yes.
You say sorry.
Yes.
You say softly. Oh, that's not close. You lay your hand on the sailor's burning forehead.
There are storms in the roof. Now shut up. You can't join them yet.
We gain 20 fragments. I forget what the fragments do for us.
They add up into a story, I think? They add up into something when you get 50 of them.
Report?
I would estimate that each tank of fuel lasts roughly a minute.
Yeah. I wonder if it, what the difference is in our speed. Oh, man, H for horn.
Excuse-moi.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Pants off. We
Okay.
can stop at Hunter's Keep again if we need to.
Yeah, I wonder if we've unlocked another opportunity.
Is it a new day in the need?
Back try my favorite. Stick to the sugary ones.
These are like the only bowl of it I've had.
Okay.
Hi, Kuro.
I'm sticking to it.
The boys say hello.
Hello, boys.
Um,
Also, forgot Christmas and
oh, that is sweet. With whom would we like to lunch?
Do we
What
want to
was the-
continue with one, or do we want to spread our conversations out through many?
I don't recall if it matters.
I'm kind of intrigued by Lucy's description.
Lucy leans over and whispers to you confidentially. A complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you're cheerful as you've been in months.
The
We've lost
butler is up in the vicar's bed.
We got a supply. We've lost hunger. We've lost 10
We lost some
terror.
terror.
Holy hell.
We have Stone's tension, and we still only have one memory of distant shores.
It would have given us an additional 1 if we had 0.
I figured. Alright, now I'm gonna go back to London.
My hair is getting super long. It's so weird.
Yeah, I imagine all of ours is.
My clippers died on me at the very beginning of isolation,
Oh, ouch.
and so I've been grooming my mustache and beard with comb and scissors.
Hmm.
And I have to say, it's not nearly as precise, but it doesn't look terrible.
Hmm.
If I was seen in public with this facial hair, I would not be embarrassed.
I'm just pleased by the fact that I'm capable of spiking my hair now.
Oh,
Are you considering moving?
Me?
Yeah.
No, why?
I just thought you might enjoy looking at some of the properties in Flavortown.
oh Christ.
Oh. Oh. Alright. I let myself float into that.
What we gotta do, Alpha? We gotta hit the DMV, get an updated driver's license with a change of address to Flavortown.
What you gonna do, brother?
Oh boy, I would never want to see those people in the same room.
Oh, Hogan and Guy Fieri, that would be something. I like this track. We might have to find it.
It is probably the best one in the game, I think. An urchin tugs your sleeve. Governor wants a word. A brooding figure waits at the lamplight's edge. I have need of a reliable agent. Failing that, an inventive one. Here are my requirements. An opportunity for profit. He has very specific needs, but he'll pay much better than market rates, and he won't ask you how you came by these things. Yeah, okay. The things he want are 7 outlandish artifacts.
We don't even get to make an attempt.
Or something
not yet.
forlorn.
He's just telling us that when we have the stuff, we can come back to him with this.
He asks of us for something forlorn. Why don't I reach back and give him my... Never mind.
Porn?
What was your suggestion?
I was trying to rhyme with you.
Yes, did you say horn or porn?
I said porn.
Yes, porn was what I was going for.
Hooray!
Hey.
Well done. You have successfully
did it, Reddit.
predicted the most predictable thing I could have done.
We can sell the Scintillac here, and we can sell the
If we-
Paralylin in here.
If we have any
Now,
drugs,
do we
should
want to
sell
hold
it.
on to the linen for eventual higher purposes, or do we need the echoes now?
I think we're good. We can
mean,
hold on to it.
I mean, I prefer satin, but
Huh. I think we should buy.
we're definitely going to need fuel.
Yeah, let me go back to the Admiralty and hand in that last report.
And hope he pays us.
And see if we can get stuff.
I like stuff.
Well, we can. So we can ask for fuel. We can submit reports. We can ask his needs.
Visit a report. We have 4 points of favor.
And it looks like we'd be burning them all off to get this. Unless that just means that's the stat we have to have.
I don't know. We can go to the dry dock ourselves, though, and I think we have we can choose to do it or not.
Hmm. Well, we should repair if we can afford it.
We've got the 200 echoes. Now,
Where can we get a weapon?
instead of repairing, here's a thought. We buy fuel, we buy 60 echoes worth of fuel, and we head to the Lions, and we put a deposit down on the Patstone, Sphinx Stone.
The shipment.
Yeah, and then we do that to make more money.
We also need 3 sets of clothing and a sheet iron stove.
That's a reference, and I don't get it.
Wait, what do you think that was going for?
Oregon Trail?
Thank you. You can actually buy an iron stove in Oregon Trail 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. But being that 5 and 2 are the same, that doesn't really count.
What do you mean 5 and 2 are the same?
5 and 2 are essentially the same Oregon Trail, except 5 has cutscenes and plot where 2 does not.
Fascinating.
Yeah, the only reason I would ever get 5 would be to have the videos of the cutscenes. They're in AVI, so they play by themselves pretty well.
How
But
much cargo
practically
space
no.
do we have?
We are 18 of 40 is taken, so I think we're good.
All right.
I believe
Do
you
you
need
want to
20
engage
free.
on this endeavor?
Yeah.
We have enough room for a few extra comatose ferrets.
Trying to think of what the most efficient way to transport comatose ferrets is. And I think it would be a series of hammocks from floor to ceiling, and then you put the food on the ceiling. Because the ferrets are going to derp to the bottom, but they will hop to the top.
Why put food anywhere? They're comatose. We'd have to set them up with IVs or something.
Comatose is something of a misnomer.
Yeah, I don't know if they're
Only
being literal.
something.
Oh, I thought we had recent news. I've been a liar.
Our fuel is getting very near terminal.
Or what?
I think you get recent news by reading the newspaper while you are on
Am I seeing
shore.
that number correct? There's only 1 spare tank left?
10.
10?
Yeah,
we
we have-
fueled up before we left.
Oh, never mind. I missed the glory. I'm only seeing one. You've already entered that port, right?
Yes, but this is the one where we can buy rocks, debris to sell in London.
How much fuel did it take us to get here?
A little more than one, I think.
We entered
Okay.
here with great steel.
We now have 20 Sphinx stone. If the stones weep, an unmaker advises you, ignore them. Unless they flood your hold, of course. Then you should probably drop them overboard. Don't tell anyone I said that.
That's right. Toss them overboard by the stones.
Eh.
If we are very lucky and we survive long enough, we might get to see an entire city made out of sentient stone.
Which one is that? Do you remember?
I will recognize it the minute it is mentioned.
I hear that.
The only thing I can think of is like the Screaming City. And I don't know if that is even close to being correct.
I mean, there's plenty of screaming and rock and roll. Or is it Rolling Rocks? I don't even know. I just heard a dong in the distance.
Sometimes when there's a new event, a bell rings.
Well, that event would be the angel getting the wing. At least I'm pretty sure that's how a Christmas story goes. When a bell rings, an angel gets its wings or something like that.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Enduring Majesty's Customs Service works closely with both the Ministry of Public Decency and the Masters of the Bazaar. Today they selected you for an inspection. Don't cheek them. You have nothing to hide? We do have nothing to hide.
Sure. Let them. If they're gonna do something crooked, they're gonna do something crooked.
They roam your deck like wolves. They tear through your belongings like termites. At last they leave. Shops? I don't remember where we sell...
Shops. Everybody!
I'm sorry, do you need a shop?
I truly don't remember what we do with the rocks.
Do you want me to take a spin to...
A contact in London will purchase them. Maybe I just didn't go to the right.
Above 8.
Deliver
You
Sphinx
might.
down.
Hey!
$80 beats the
Ooh, nice.
You're welcome. What are we going to spend our earnings on?
Fixing the shit, buying some food, doing it again?
Can we do it again? Will there be a load of Stinkstone available for us to...
Oh, perhaps
Move?
not.
I am a sucker for D minor.
I'm more of an E minor person. No, I lied. C sharp minor.
Ooh.
Well, I think we should check to see if we can do it a second time.
E major. It's all relative, right?
Fixing the ship. Do
We should also check to see who our new recruit is.
I think it might still be the surgeon. Do we
No, it's
want to
someone new.
spend Admiralty favor?
Grab
How
your
much
rifles and
repair?
crank it.
My upper left-hand corner is quite blurry, so I cannot see how much
We have
left for
35
repair.
of 75.
So, affecting 40 repair.
Or we could spend 100 echoes for completely repair.
I would want to be fight ready, personally.
Indeed. How much would the next higher ship cost us? 1,000 echoes?
The next ship.
We would have to scroll down. That's one step down.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That's a downgrade. That's what we've got. And then I believe this to be the upgrade. 3,000 echoes. Minus the 1,000 for the one we have is 2,000.
Correct. So, not anytime soon.
Indeed. So then repairs are our best option.
Now, my point stands. Do we want to spend the Admiralty favor? Is there anything else we would spend it on?
Better weaponry. If any is available.
I don't think Admiralty favor gets us weapons. But money does, and the Admiralty favor makes us have to pay 75 fewer echoes.
I'm okay with using a favor. I think we get more as we accumulate reports of distant shores.
Yeah, I was going to say we need to get ourselves capable and able to do things without favors. If that means using a favor now, so be it.
Very well. We are now fighting shape.
Oh, we lost 3 favors.
Yes.
I see.
It costs 3.
I see. Okay. Well, then...
We would probably want more miscellaneous crew. We can afford the doctor.
Sure.
So that would be what now? The 14th Doctor?
Heh.
Or are we up higher than that now?
I actually don't know.
Let's see if we can add her to our crew. What has she got? Heart 6, iron 6. That's a lot of hearts and iron.
It's true. Oh, I forgot we can sleep with her.
Huh?
Proposition
What?
the Clattery Air.
Proposition. Absolutely. Yes.
Oh.
Hoo 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 hoo. Okay. I gotta do this. I gotta do this.
Do you have... Whatever it is you're going to do you have to?
Absolutely.
Okay.
She undresses you.
No, I felt this coming, and the answer is no. I do not want you to read this in Duke Nukem's voice, thank you.
God damn it. Fine, recluse.
I think maybe we'll just let everybody read this for themselves, huh?
What is it?
But-
Read it to me, baby.
It's a very strange description of sex.
Can we
Read
not
it.
ask Rissa to...
Honey, you can read.
Oh, she is here. Read it, read it, read it, read it, read it.
You can watch the stream later.
Aww. Damn. Oh, fine.
We've lost 5 terror, we've begun an affair with this woman, and we have fraternized with one of our officers.
I can't see anything bad happening from that.
Are low lows you will stoop to. Or will not.
I would have.
Well, it's not like we're military. None of us are gonna get in trouble. We also could use some food.
Dine with us.
Girl.
I don't know what was said, but I'm going to assume it was some variation of eat me.
You were correct, Alpha. Not Alpha, Silver. Hire on more crew.
Can we sleep with them too?
Probably not, to be honest.
Oh, damn it.
Okay. We have 10 food, 10 fuel, full hull.
Damn, I was really hoping we would get to really make this character.
Huh.
I mean, I would say that we've already got a bit of personality. We know that we favor moral high ground, as we have supported the rats over the cavies, and we've decided to support ourselves and turn down the offer of free fuel and supplies from an unknown mysterious benefactor.
Immorality was sleeping with someone who is technically our employee.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're not above hanky panky with the crew.
Yeah, we're not perfect.
You are a bad and slutty man.
You want to try gators more? I mean, we're gonna get shot a lot, but do you want to try it for the Admiralty Commission?
Sure.
I believe it's pretty much due east, if I remember correctly.
I'm sure there will be some north or south, but I'm excited to see where this leads us.
How's our ass kicking capability?
Oh, I forgot to see if we had a different gun. I don't think we could have afforded it with only 300, though.
Damn.
That's fine. We'll just make the most of it. We will turn the light on if we are aiming.
We're gonna have to rely on evasion.
We'll try and get behind our enemies.
We have to keep using double team.
What does the chiropteroscope see? Oh, Mutton Island, yeah. Nope. No. No, please.
He's not gonna hit us from that distance.
No, but he can light the flare so he can find us again. Oh, come on, man.
Those things I remember being very dangerous.
These are very dangerous. The little ones are not so bad.
I can take out the better pirate ships with effective sailing and sneaking up on them. Those crabs, I don't have a good strategy for dealing with.
Well, since we're here.
Hey, can we pick up some mode squares while we're here?
Once the simple fishing village was part of the London suburbs, before London fell and the waters rushed in. Smoke spirals from cottage chimneys. A lonely hill rises behind the town. We can get drinks.
Where are we gonna get our drinks?
Oh, from the Cock and Magpie. We can explore the shore. We can pick up a mascot.
I like our mascot.
Yeah, I do too. I don't think we need the cat. Chat to the fishermen. And we'll get, I think, a port report.
I think we would be very, very remiss if we didn't get drinks.
You just want the cock.
I mean,
Alpha's always been
yeah.
very interested in things called cock.
That's because it's funny.
Nothing wrong with that. We're not judging.
Okay, let's do the drinks thing. The trees of beneath are scraggly and wretched, scraping a living with parasynthesis, but the apples of Mutton Island are tart and powerful, perfect for cider. Cider. This stuff is stronger than it looks. You stretch out in your seat, stare through the leaded window at your safely moored ship, and find yourself whistling. The landlord gives you a friendly grin and goes back to wetting his cleaver.
I'm sorry, what? Let me actually read that.
What?
Oh, okay.
It's wetting as in.
Oh, whetstone, yeah.
Yes, I see.
That did not take away as much terror as I thought it would.
Pretty cheap drinks. Now, what of that low-risk challenge?
Yeah, I kind of want to do that.
Let's do it.
There's not much
What's
wind
the-
on the Untersee, but Mutton Island suffers eerie gusts and buffets from an inexplicably local fragment of weather, and the air on the hilltop sometimes carries interesting scents.
What
You
was
stand
that
on a
percentage?
clifftop, looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts. The sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge, then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise! Must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals each take nips from a shared flask and make a toast toward the mainland. The wind is a southerly. We are now more afraid than we were, and we've gained some fragments.
Hmm. A dockside stall?
It is more expensive than it is in London.
Ah,
And we are pretty close to London still.
It's true!
I don't believe there's any commerce available here.
Oh, this is the little crab. They're not so hard.
You want to hunt it?
I do. Oh, it's gonna be very hard to see in the fog.
like I said,
E.
never an enemy in sight.
Oh.
An event. The lookout shouts. Far above, the false stars in the cavern roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? If the new shapes seemed well omened, your crew may be cheered, or forbid them to look. You can't really stop them, but you can at least discourage discussion. They won't like it, but it's safer.
This is probably going to manipulate our terror.
Flip
I
a
don't
coin.
think it's so bad that we will be fucked if it goes bad, but I think if it goes well, it will extend our need to not have to deal with terror for longer.
Does anybody have a coin nearby to flip?
No, but I have other things that have two sides. They just might not be perfectly balanced.
Hmm. Hold on, I might have a quarter nearby. Oh, yes, I do. Okay. On which side do we go for this? Do we
Heads
just-
is look, tails is forbid.
Oh, wait. No, I was gonna... Okay.
What do you
Yeah,
mean?
heads. I confused myself. In any event, heads.
Alright, we look!
Bats is luck, a gas-toothed stoker avers. All agree. Leathery but lucky. You were fortunate, we've lost 5 terror.
We win!
Yay! We're managing our anxiety.
The crab has gone very far away, and this is not where we're going.
Take a look at the map and see what parts of the map we can uncover.
Lots of it.
What's that literally dead ahead?
It's just a rock.
What is the...
We
what is
draw
the
near
point-
to the Cumaean Canal the way to the surface.
Alright, so what is the point on a challenge at which we will draw the line in trying?
Oh, I don't know. If we think the consequences are really bad?
Yeah, I'm willing to do anything up to like a 1 in 3 chance of success if the consequences are not terrible.
Look again!
I was gonna say, I personally would stop at no less than 20. Or no more.
Double or nothing.
Get it. We can do this.
Oh, we only gained 2.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
Well, we're even again.
Somewhere around here is the Cumaean Canal. It approaches.
It's coming at us. It's coming at us fast.
Yeah, I just don't know how to get in.
One would presume that the bat symbol is the entry point, but one might be
It
wrong.
might not be the entry point, I think it's like the final spot. And I don't know where the dock light is. I think I chose wrong.
Yeah, that looks like the wrong one.
What? Where? Oh, there he is, all the way up there. There it is. The canal ascends through locks and gates and shadowed turns to the sunlight of the surface. We need more fuel. And we need... that. So if we had more fuel, we could go to the surface.
That's fascinating. I've actually never done that.
Nor have I. I got our port report, and we can listen to surface gossip. This would be a prime spot for a pub or wine shop, but the interest of the Echo Bazaar and the laws of London prevent it. They don't like competition. Still, there are temporary, half-legal hostelries in long-moored ships. Here you trade stories with sun-tanned surface sailors, stories of Paris and Batavia, the Lost Fires, and the Final Isles. I guess we might be able to sell this in Venderbite.
Vinderbite?
Guider's Morn is usually out here somewhere.
You want to just go east? Do we have enough fuel to just start going east?
No, we only have 6. I would...
We've used 5 to go to our current location.
Yeah, I mean, I took a dumb route. We went like... meh.
Did we stop by the salt lions and see if they had more,
No, we
Stonefrost?
got waylaid by the pirate ship by Hunter's Keep and the big crab. And then hit Mutton Island because we were running from the crab. And then here.
I think if we are efficient in our cartographizing, we can get to the Salt Lions and back to Fallen London on what we have without issue.
What about the crab?
Don't antagonize it?
We use a lot of our fuel, evasive maneuvering.
We could just try and kill the lights and sneak by it. I'm very used to killing my lights and going like right up to enemy ships. But I don't remember nearly as much how antagonizable the animals are if your lights are off.
Oh, Riff, did you get Nina's messages? Intend to aim for the lions. This really looks like something.
Oh.
I'm ready, Coach.
Are we on course? I think we're a little southward. See? Totally fine.
It's fine, it's fine.
Except that he's coming around and we're leaving the fog bank and entering a lighthouse. Oh, he's right behind us.
We can lose him in the fog.
Big crab, though.
We can lose him in the fog bank.
Big ol' crab.
I have no problems that cannot be solved by entering a fog bank.
Out of sight, out of mind.
I slowed our speed just to save a little fuel. We'll coast in.
Sounds good.
Hell yeah, we coasted. We actually coasted in. Okay, we can do another swingstone load.
And we have the money for it?
Yeah.
Cool. Do we want to visit them to just chill, hang out, have tea and biscuits?
We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4? I wouldn't call it Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult ballast. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes? We lost some terror, that's good. I believe that's everything here. So, now we just have to dodge the big crab and the northerly pirate ship, which is right there, and get back to London.
Our plan is infallible.
I guess I'd rather take my chance with the crab in the fog. Big ol' crab, though.
You're getting really close to that crab. I'm a little worried about how close you're getting to that crab.
It's fine.
I don't know.
Demonstrably not fine.
He only
Is
did
it
10
in?
damage. We're great.
And prepare to take your shot.
Wait.
Prepare to take your shot.
I can't take... No.
I said prepare to take the shot.
Listen, I'm prepared as soon as we have a firing solution, and we super don't behind us.
Oh, okay.
You see this? The arc? Remember, this is how big you can fire.
Gotcha. That makes me very excited to hunt pirates again. Because that makes sense now how I was hunting them. Is that you just get behind them with your lamps off. Then you take your initial shot once you've lined it up. Turn on the lamp so you can acquire your next shot quickly. And just stay behind them where you're outside of their arc.
They tend to be faster and more maneuverable than the opening ship.
Yeah, but I believe it to be doable.
We have none of those things.
A free evening. We need to spend our free evenings before we leave. That's how we get recent news.
Okay. Can we afford the house yet? No, we cannot. We could sleep. It'll help with
How
the
much does it
terror.
cost? How much does it cost?
10, I believe?
Oh, that's pretty cheap, especially because we're about to get 500 more.
You only lose 1 terror, though, but we did get a restful night. This will strengthen you when you struggle against nightmares.
That's good.
We will deliver the Sphinx Stone. We've lost 2 terror. We'll drop off these reports. We have a new recruit. We could get the... Oh, he's another doctor.
And not nearly as fraternizable.
I mean, she
Can
could
you
be.
go? Can you go and tell her no?
No, I think you hire
No?
her and then just, like, have her around.
Yep.
God, I love that track so much.
Isn't it good?
So
I bet my left testicle it's somewhere on YouTube.
And what about your right testicle?
He's not as...
Keep
He's
that
more
one in
fond of it.
reserve.
I see. I'm sure locating it will be fairly easy.
A free evening, you say?
I've always been closer with my right testicle. My left testicle sometimes can be a little distant.
It's terrible.
So you do it with your right hand?
No, he's referring to the almost universal rule of male anatomy that the left testicle is slightly lower than the right.
I mean, maybe, but is it any less potent? Like, is it doing its job any less?
No. No.
See, the relationship. Allow me to describe in detail my relationship with aesthetics over effectiveness.
Go on. You have the floor, sir.
Any questions?
Oh, interesting.
My understanding is that the blood cycles in from the left and out from the right, so it cools itself by the time it gets to the right testicle.
Mm-hmm.
And so the right testicle is cooler and does not need to descend as much to overheat
Mm-hmm.
to regulate its temperature.
But we have the lady. I
I
think
don't
this
think
would...
it means that you sleep together. I have spent many a night with an evening ending in Kirk or Carmine still being in my company.
Fair. Right. Okay. I thought you were about to talk about an anecdote you had in playing this game instead of something completely unhelpful like you did.
Oh, I don't know.
Are we going to try and pursue the Clattery heir? Because I think there's more to it, but maybe not.
Yeah. Let's, in fact, trouble and romance.
I think
I think you're right. I think you are right that we will
that this
sleep with
tries
these
to start a
people.
relationship.
Yeah.
And I think we could not do this because I think we've already reduced the terror and, like, had the other good stuff.
Yeah, I think you're right. I am all one for monogamy.
So, is this something we want?
What's up,
Oh,
cue ball?
yeah.
Huh?
We could get tattoos.
Does he carry toupees?
No, it doesn't look that way.
Now, he may just not want a toupee of his own.
Uh, what
He
a
may
great
be
line.
Interesting.
If you wanted your memories on your skin, you'd be a squid. 34 is actually not that much. Maybe we'll save this for when we need it. Let's take the vision of the surface up to Venderbite.
Then to bite.
And then head east from up there and see if we find anything interesting.
Uh,
Okay.
What distresses you? I can hear you getting distressed. Tell me if you're distressed.
I know what distresses me because I just remembered the wandering iceberg. But what distresses Alpha?
oh, nothing. I'm just humming out the music.
Oh.
I kind of like the low line better. Okay.
So, how now, brown motherfuckers?
I am looking about maybe getting better guns.
We should probably cut the blue wire first, provided it hooks into the letter B.
Oh, costs 1 torpedo component per use.
We also need to be sure to spell out the correct word.
Jehovah.
I'm gonna hit the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
It is also getting close to closing time
Really?
here at Alpha Thursdays. Would you believe me if I told you it was almost 10:20?
No. Why would you tell such a lie?
Would you believe me if I told you it was almost 10:19?
Still probably not.
Well, it is 10:18. Unless Microsoft has fucked my clock again. No, my phone concurs.
Hull damage 8, life damage 8, crew damage 1. Hull damage 12, life damage 12,
One crew damage is a huge deal. What is the crew damage on our gun?
1.
Oh, never mind then.
This has crew damage 2. What is a flensing attack?
Flensing?
Because I like the look of this gun.
Flensing is the removal of skin from flesh.
I think this is... I mean, unless the, it does a ton more damage, but I wonder if the, arc of fire isn't smaller.
Power, power, and more power.
Cost torpedoes. Well, then what's ours? I guess I would like to buy this and see if we like it.
Which one, the torpedo launcher?
No, the flensing cannon.
Are we buying a vowel?
I believe the S goes with the flents and not with the sing.
Flensing?
I believe it to be flensing.
Oh no, I messed up.
It doesn't fit in that slot.
It does not.
What does it fit on? A
Forward.
bigger slot? So put it in the forward slot.
No, our ship is too small to have one.
I see. What slot is our cannon in?
Deck weapon. Which we could not afford.
I see. So what you're saying is we need to acquire a larger ship. A larger ship with perhaps a forward deck. Perhaps we could acquire one through legitimate salvage.
I don't exactly know what you mean by that. By like defeating a pirate?
As your lawyer, I advise you to engage in the legal actions it would take for you to acquire a ship.
So doing the Sphinx run a bunch more times.
That would also work, yes. But I was trying to goad you into attacking a ship larger than you.
That's not a good idea.
Okay, then let's not do it.
Because we still have our tiny ass little cannon.
Can I recommend debauchery?
Debauchery. Can you be more specific?
I didn't have anything specific in mind. Just let's.
Well, we've got the heiress. What does clattery mean?
I don't know.
Something about cats?
Knife work runs in the family, yeah?
Wow, that cost us a whole supply for just the two of us. But we know more better.
Yeah, I guess that's about as close to debauchery as we're going to get right now.
Oh, we have a secret. What is the secret?
Oh, hello.
We definitely don't need to improve our hearts.
No, but...
that is categorically untrue.
I mean, regardless of any need for it.
I mean, yes, you want everything higher, but hearts is our best thing. I would rather spend it on
Somebody that's not the
something that's not our best.
Okay. That makes sense to me.
Especially veils, because it's
this.
the things we're worst at.
Yeah. Alright, go for it.
Unfortunately, you only get one at a time. An allegory of engines.
Expressed through poetry, filtered through half-erotic visions.
Why have you forbidden the Duke accent tonight?
Just not in a frank description of sex.
Oh.
Silver brought up that it is quitting time.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, shit. Look at that.
Time flies when you are hiding in terror in the hold of your ship, considering who to eat.
Who's hiding in terror? I was just trying to catch a nap.
There we go. It is saving. It has saved. Well, gentlemen, ladies, both and neither, that has been Sunless Sea. Do we want to do more in this?
Yes. Emphatically yes.
What about you, Alpha? How do you feel?
More swimmy swim.
Okay, then we will do this again next week and see if we find anything new and exciting. Let me double check that I am available next week. There's something in the future that means I can't do one of the days. I just don't remember what day it is, so let me check. I am good to go next week.
Excellent.
And I.
The day I am not good is the 21st.
So we have 2 more weeks.
Yep. Alright then. Okay, I guess that's it.
Alrighty.
As always, I have been Wit.
I'm Alpha.
And I am Recluse.
And I guess we can and will peg the clattery air? You know what? No, we can and will peg that big old crab.
And
Yeah.
remember, all it cost you to watch this was a choice.